Good morning, Rebels, and welcome to your first ever Rebel Radar, your front row seat to everything Carroll Academy. My name is Georgia Neal.
Hi, I'm Noah Beck, and I'm your host.
Co-host.
Whatever floats your boat, Georgia.
Okay, Noah. Now my co-host will cover Carroll Academy's upcoming events for this week.
The CPR people are going to be here Monday and Tuesday for CPR certification classes for Miss Corliss High School science classes. Make sure to come out and support your Rebels on our 2 district basketball games this upcoming week. We will play Central Holmes Christian School on Tuesday, and we will play Indianola Academy at home on Friday. The junior varsity girls games will start at 4 o'clock, with the junior varsity boys, varsity girls, and varsity boys following. Carroll Academy will be hosting a Pee Wee basketball tournament this Saturday at Carroll Academy Gym. Make sure to come out and support your baby Rebs. And best news of all, next Monday we'll be out of school for Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Noah, did you know that all of Carroll Academy's teachers are CPR certified?
No, I didn't, but thank goodness. I almost went down stepping out in cold weather this morning.
Me too. Now off to Mel McCrory for more on the cold weather and this week's forecast.
Thanks, Georgia Noah. So on Monday, we're going to be looking at a high of 52 with a low of 29. And Tuesday, more of the same with a high of 52 and low of 33. Wednesday, warmer with a high of 58 and low of 42. Thursday, it's going to be even warmer with a high of 62 and a low of 50 with a chance of rain getting a bit higher. And on Friday, you're going to need a rain jacket because it's projected to rain in the morning with a high of 64 and a low of 47. Back to you, Georgia.
Thanks, Mel. This weather sure is crazy. Just a week ago, I was wearing shorts, and now it's freezing outside.
You're right, Georgia. Mississippi weather can never seem to make up its mind.
Sounds like you and the weather have something in common.
Yeah, a little cold, but mostly hot.
Speaking of cold, this weather may be uncomfortable, but it sure is good for deer hunting.
What do you know about deer hunting?
More than you know of, but not as much as the Rebel Radar's very own outdoors expert, Turner Vaughn.
Let's see what Turner and his hunting sidekick, Ty Skelton, have to say.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Turner Vaughn. This is my good hunting buddy, Ty Skelton. Good to be here. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be telling you about the hunting weather for the rest of the week. Now on to the weather for this week, with a low of 35 and a high of 55, and the barometric pressure being in the low 30s, which is really good for deer movement.
Man, how do you know all this?
I've learned all this stuff from this app called HuntWise. It gives me everything I need to know from when the deer are going to move, what time the deer are going to move, how good the deer are going to move that day, to the barometric pressure, and even hunting properties that are for sale.
That's pretty good, man. I think I need to download that app, HuntWise.
You need to.
Yeah,
You
really?
need to.
All right, good.
Deer!
I guess we'll see them later.
Yeah, I guess it looks like a great week to hunt.
I might have to go hunting myself this week.
Georgia, the closest thing you've come to a deer is hitting one with your car.
I would hunt, but I'm always at the basketball games this time of year.
Sure, Georgia.
The hunters in this area are lucky I don't have time to hunt. I'm a sharpshooter on the court and in the woods.
Speaking of sharpshooting, now off to Drew Thomas for more sports news.
Thanks, guys. Rebel Baseball is just around the corner. Our first home game will be February the 15th against North Delta. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Drew.
Yes, thank you. I can't wait that you're on the Rebels for our infamous student section at the home basketball game on Friday. What about you, Noah?
Of course I'll be there. Make sure to wear your most patriotic outfit to show your support for our Rebels.
Yes, I heard that some people come to the games just for the fun student section atmosphere.
I know I do. We'll be right back after this short message about this edition's Teacher of the Week. We should do love Mr. Brugler. He's so funny.
Yes, he is. Have you heard him talk about his obsession with the Marvel franchise?
Have I heard him talk about it? That's what makes him such a good math teacher. We haven't stopped talking about Spider-Man movie since it came out.
I heard he saw it 3 different times.
I did too. Now off to Lily Wilson about the Spider-Man No Way Home and more on pop culture news.
In pop culture news, Spider-Man No Way Home became the first and only film released in 2021 to surpass $1 billion at the global box office, beating Black Panther. This makes it the 12th highest grossing film at the global box office. This film had the second highest opening weekend of all time, dominating Avengers: Infinity War. In doing so, No Way Home surpassed the $257 million haul made by Infinity War in 2018.
Thanks, Lily. I could never hear enough about Spider-Man.
I know, you never stop talking about it either.
Georgia, have you even seen the movie?
No, but Tom Holland and Zendaya are on the cover of every magazine and gossip site in the world.
Speaking of Zendaya, I remember watching her and Casey undercover in elementary school.
Me too, and I had the biggest crush on Tom Holland back in my day.
Speaking of elementary, off to Kaylee to see what the Munchkins are doing this week.
Thanks, guys. This week, the 5th graders had a project with Miss Daves. They had to build a boat that would float on water while holding pennies. They had to test the buoyancy of their boats. The students had to plan the design of their boat and sketch it out in their activity manual. How artistic! They were given clay to mold their boats. We interviewed 2 students about their boat designs. Harper hadn't put a lid over her boat. She believes putting slits in the sides of the boat will keep the air inside.
I'm making a lid over it so if it falls out and I'm going to put a slit in it, so the pennies, that's what I'm going to put them in there. If it tilts, it'll stay in there.
But Cole Beckwith thinks his boat is going to float the best out of all of his classmates because he described it. It looks like it'll float.
We went to the science lab and we got some clay and we molded it to where it looked like a boat. And I just think mine's going to float the best because, I don't know, I made it look like it does in a movie. So.
Out of 24 of the kids that made boats, only 12 floated. I wish I was back in 5th grade. How about you, Georgia and Noah?
Thanks, Kaylee. I always enjoy hearing what the baby Rebs are up to.
I miss elementary. I love playing outside every day, and the snacks, oh my gosh, the snacks.
I, for one, enjoyed having lunch a bit earlier in the day.
All this talk about food's got me hungry.
Me too. Let's see what's on the menu for this week.
Off to you, Jackson.
And straight from our CA Cafeteria, our January menu. For your own copy of the menu, visit carrollacademy.org under the Parents section. Back to you guys.
Oh my gosh, the potato soup is my favorite.
I'm more excited for the chicken nuggets.
Of course you are.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. We seem to have come to the end of our program. Thank you all for watching.
And make sure to tune in next week for the next edition of the Rebel Radar for your front row seat to all things Carroll Academy.
Have a great rest of your week and go Rebels.
Okay, no, seriously, what's wrong with chicken nuggets?
No, so rolling.
Bye.